Hello, hello, life path, master life path number 22. If you have a life path number of 22, this reading, this message is for you. It is 11:11 on the clock when I started this. It wasn't intentional. I just finished the reading for life path number 4, which you obviously have because 22 reduces to a 4. But 22 is the master life path number. So we're going to do a reading for it separately. Might have a little bit of overlap with the message from pile 4, from life path number 4. It wouldn't surprise me. When I did life path 11 and life path 2, they ended up having just a little bit of crossover in their message. But let's see what's up. Let's see what's up with life path number 22. I have never personally met someone with a life path number 22. And I always hear about mostly the other life paths first. So let's get started. Before I even look at the cards under the rest of here, you have the Strength card, which is number 11. And it is a beautiful Strength card, that is for sure. I love her. Like, she is just awesome, right? Very beautiful. She has such a halo. It's kind of hidden back here in the trees, but she does have the traditional infinity halo over her head, like most Strength cards do. What I love about this Strength card is the way her hand is holding this lion's mouth. It's like only her thumb is inside the lion's mouth and she's got it by the snout like this, and it's just like, like, no, you're not gonna bite me, right? It's just like talking to a pet. Instead of a scary lion, it's very much like she's talking to a pet. So first things first, life path number 2, you have a lot of grace and a lot of strength built into your life path naturally. And it's like she's holding like a flower in her hand. It's like she's gonna like whoop him with a flower, like that's even gonna hurt, right? But that's the thing, it's like she is so gentle and graceful in this card that the lion, the fact that she even raises something to maybe, you know, whop him with, he's like, oh no, 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 right? They say respect, like there's a lot of respect for you in this life path. And you have the ability to command and earn a lot of respect in this life path because of the way that you move and the way that you do things. You are not about exuding this really fierce strength like a lion. It's the strength of just like someone who can just walk into a room and make things exactly as they want them. Without like, and it does take inner effort, but at the same time it looks so effortless. You make it look effortless is what it's saying. Life path number 22, you make this life path look effortless. What's one right here? What's one right here? And what's one right here? All right, this one down here is a 4 of Pentacles. So like I was saying, your life path reduces to a number 4. So we do see that kind of popping up here in your reading. I'm gonna bump this up just a little bit. Let me see how it wants me to flow with it. Okay, just gave it to me like a bit of a bridge, okay? It just gave it to me like a bridge. Like these 3 cards here crossing over this 4 of Pentacles. This card right here, for some reason, it just gave me the movie Dennis the Menace and the bad guy that is in Dennis the Menace, right? Like going around taking people's purses and like terrorizing kids and stuff like that. And he's always like out living under a bridge, or he's like in the bushes, walking through the trees. Like he's just out there kind of doing his thing. Ooh, it just said he's a bum. Okay, life path number 22. Let me feel this out. It's just kind of coming in. There's this bridge over this energy. Okay, it's not so much about the pentacles and him possibly being a bum. It's about bummer energy. Energy that is heavy and brings you down. This is Pentacles energy, so that is an earth energy. That's a heavier, slower energy. The Four of Pentacles can often be about someone who is being stingy, who is not sharing, is that in caring, someone who's not sharing and caring, someone who sits very much on top of what little wealth they have, guards it very much in this overprotective way sometimes. Four of Pentacles is also about being grounded and being balanced. There's good aspects to a Four of Pentacles as well. But a Four of Pentacles is often, yes, someone very much holding their money very closely. So you can get that implication of, right, someone that just doesn't share, they don't care to share, they're not willing to. And that's where it was saying a Four of Pentacles is one step below a Five of Pentacles, which is usually about being like out of resources and being a little destitute and stuff. And so that's where it's saying like, this is kind of giving me the sense of like people that are quote unquote bums, right? In both the good and the negative way. There's negative bums, and then there's people who you might refer to in that way, but it, you know, they've been under some hard circumstances. They've been through some things that have especially put them in this place. And that's where it's just coming back to, it's not about like poor people or this or that. It's about bummer energy, people that get you down, people that are stingy with the caring, loving vibe, people that are stingy with their grace and compassion. It's coming back to her and it's saying how like you just don't need such a heavy hand in life to really get things done. You don't have to grasp things so hard. She's got one thumb inside that lion's mouth and she's got a dainty little flower in her hand to hit him with. She's not gonna bear wrestle him. She doesn't have to tie him up with cords. She doesn't have to hold on to him so tight. It's just this gentle presence, and the animal respects her in return, and therefore like gets so much more done than like being this like energy, right? And that's where it really started out over here with the Ace of Wands. It's like this is very much you at a younger age, very much more of a maiden energy, fresh energy. You get this calling to help uplift people is what I'm really getting the sense with this bridge energy. You have this calling to uplift people. Ace of Wands could be kind of a call to a messenger energy. Ace of Wands can be about like writing letters, it can be about creating artwork, creating something new, not so much about like speaking or making stuff to sell. It's very much about your passions, and that's where it's like you feel very passionate about animals, about taking care of people, about being seen in this respectful light, about being graceful, about putting up those really good vibes, and about helping other people get past this stagnant, stuck, meh energy, this bummer energy, right? He's like in the weeds, literally in the weeds. And that's the whole thing. It's not about getting over and getting past these people. It's like you're trying to really lead by example, show people how to get over that energy. And you get that calling very early on. You just see how negative energy can affect people and make them so heavy and bring them down. You're like, we gotta lift it up, right? Right? Lift it up. Yes. With this Empress over here, it gave me a Janet Jackson song for a second, because I always say that she is very heavy energy too. Look at her. She's sitting on a stone throne. She's wearing armor. She's got a heavy metal scepter. This is not a dainty Empress. This is an Empress that is inside of a fortress. And that's where it gave me the Janet Jackson song Feedback. And I was gonna say, this line is not my favorite, but it was saying, I'm heavy like a first day period. And then the chorus goes, strum me like a guitar, rub my amplifier. When you get some feedback, keep going, take it higher. You do get real world feedback from other people. That does keep you humble and grounded, brings you back down into reality, and reminds you of what you need to do yourself, because it's definitely about leading the way and helping people like move over this bridge, get past this energy, but at the same time you got to maintain your own stability. And that's where it's saying like, but I am a heavy energy, like I'm a heavy hitter with that scepter, like I'm a heavy hitter. That's where it said don't be mistaken, right? There's two different types of strength. There's the type of strength where it's just grace and poise and inner strength, and that's what we see here. And then there's the Empress. There's someone who puts the armor on. It's someone who very much, it said their rights. It's tying into a lot of like Supreme Court stuff that's popping up at just this moment, right? It's like very much about defending your rights, defending the empire. You learn about those different types of strength through this life path specifically. It said you earn both types of strength through this life path specifically. Ooh, yeah, something just came through and it said, I'm here to lead people above and below. Above and below. Because it's not just about the spiritual side of things. Like I have this sense for you, life path number 22, that you're definitely on this spiritual side. This is very much an annunciation scene almost. The angel comes and gives the message, right? So that's what I mean. You get the calling. This with the halo and just being the highest card in the reading right here, it's literally talking about more of that spiritual path. And this is like coming back down to earth. You're not just about helping people get past this heavy stagnant energy in a spiritual sense. You're about helping them in a real world sense. And the Empress is about abundance, and she does care about those pentacles, and she does care about people who are short on resources, and she's going to try and do things to lead people out of that energy. Look at all the gold on this card. She's fabulous. So I mean, she's got it going on. She knows what's up. You learn about all of that, and you lead people through all of that in this life path specifically. Okay. I'll put that one over here. Put that one over here. Kind of wants to put this one down here in the middle. Nice. Okay, so this card right here was giving me the charge, right? And it's obviously what this Knight is doing. The Knight of Wands moves very quickly through everything. And something was like, some kind of energy was like suggesting that instead of like stepping up and going over this bridge, that you just plow straight across, perhaps. And that's where something's like, you don't really like to run over people. And the straightest path is not always the best path. It's not always the right path, right? Ooh, oh, you a witch. Okay. Life path number 22. Somebody's got some it's either in your bloodline or you are a practicing witch. That's basically what it was saying. It was said the crooked path, right? This bridge, this meandering line here. It's not about the straight path. You could have blazed through life and gone straight through this path, but I don't really think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think that's what you wanted to do. I think that you very much have understood that there is an importance to ascending, to stepping up into your power, right? And again, about being humble. If you go just straight over here, it's like you miss half of your journey, half of your purpose, half of the lesson. So I'm really getting more of the sense, like, as much as you've been going through life to get these lessons mastered, like, it's like you haven't stopped. You've always been working on stepping up. At the same time, the message is like, you never just wanted to go in a straight line. You know that you have to step up into energy. You have to evolve up into energy. You can't just take a shortcut through life. And especially if you're working on your spiritual path, if you're working on your craft as a witch, then you can't go straight through it. There is no straight path in witchcraft, right? There is none. It's the crooked path for a reason, because you sometimes have to learn lessons along the way. You sometimes have to do like a side quest or a detour in order to get the skills and stuff that you actually need. And that's where it's like, these are like almost like your little side quests, a little bit. Let's just start over here with this Empress here as the three, looking at the Three of Cups. It's showing me the angles of their heads, and it's very much like the Empress is looking on at these figures in this card and wishes that she could join in. So there is an aspect of your life path, number 22, where you wish that you could join in more of the joy, more of the festivities, more of the fun times with the people around you. But it's almost like you can't. You are not the one to expose yourself in this manner. You're not the one to have time to go do these things. Again, very heavy energy, very big life path, master life path number. There's a longing to have that friend time, have those fun times, be a little more carefree in those ways. And this is Three of Cups can sometimes go into like drinking and parties and stuff. So that's what I mean. It's like you're very much looking at this card and longing, like, you know, I could have had some fun times. I should have more fun times. I should do more things like this. But you've always been very much a strong leader energy, very much leading by example, as I said. And your example is very poised, not stepping off the throne, not giving up her seat. Ooh, just gave it to me like musical chairs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something here. It's like you feel left out of the fun. It's like you've always had to be serious. It's like you've always had to be serious. Like, you handle it so well, but part of you longs for that. And it's like, I can't get up from my chair. I can't play with musical chairs with these people, but I don't want to give up my chair anyway, so I guess I'll just sit here. Kind of leaves you out of some of the fun sometimes. That's part of where you do get a major shakeup in your life path. This is a big deal for you. It just that it's not a side quest. That this is a big deal for you. Part of your life path is very, very serious, very heavy energy. And you're always maintaining this grace and this poise, right? And it's like, man, I just want to like go run off naked in the woods. And it's very much doing that witchcraft thing, right? There's something here where it's like you can't fully enjoy those experiences, express yourself without a tower moment. Tower doesn't always have to be negative. It just means like there's some old constructs in your thoughts, in your ancestry. There's some things there that have to get deconstructed before you're like fully ready to embrace and engage in some of this energy. It just said you don't allow yourself to go into some of this energy, and that's where it's like, right, okay, woo, thank you. She's sitting on the stone throne. She's inside this tower, okay? You see that smoke coming out of the tower? That's what I mean. There's something brewing in there in your life path eventually where you're like, you know what, hold the phone. I'm so tired of it being so serious all the time. I need some serious fun. And that's what I'm getting off this row over here. The Tower's a serious card. This is a fun card. It's like, I want some serious fun. So you got to make room for that in your life path. On this other side, you got the Knave of Wands. Excuse me. With the Knave of Wands, it's just pointing out how the wand in this card over here, and like the wand in his hand, the wand in the angel's hand, how they're kind of like all one and the same. It's saying how like your angels come to you in human form sometimes to speak to you, to give you messages. So this was very much, it's not necessarily like you had a full-on spiritual experience, like you saw an angel or something, right? It's just that something really came through and spoke to you, and it spoke to you through somebody who I think was a very real person. They gave you the idea, they sparked it, and it wasn't even intentional. It's just you met this person and something was like, yes, this is what I need to do. With the Knight of Wands over here too, okay, oh wow, okay, it was saying something about like there might be someone or something that you kind of had to go separate ways on at one point, and where someone's taking the more direct route, you are taking the high road essentially. You got to take this bridge, right? It's like this energy meets up over here eventually, possibly, and this can just be an aspect of yourself. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got the idea and your spirit just wanted to like charge forward with this life calling, but part of you knew that's not what you really need to do. Okay, thank you. That's where you have a source of tension. There's a bit of tension right here because part of you wants to blaze through all of this bummer energy. You don't really feel like picking others up with you. It gets tiring. It's overall your energy, but right, like sometimes you just want to cut through all this mess, and you can't. You were here for a reason. You are meant to go up this high road, create the bridge. It just that you're meant to create the bridge that helps lead other people across. Ooh, that maybe helps the rest of this come across, right? Like the other aspect of you to coalesce over here in this Empress energy. But then like once you get there, again, it's heavy and there's something, you want to make sure you're setting up your foundation the right way from the start. You don't want to get here later in life and be like, man, I didn't get to have any fun. This really sucks. And you got to start your whole transformation over again and figure out why you are the way you are and what do you want and all that stuff. Think about that now. Consider it now. Embrace more of this youthful energy that's kind of coming up to play in this reading, and incorporate it along the way into your life path. You don't have to be so serious that you spoil your own fun in this life path. But yes, you do have a big mission. What's this last card over here, y'all? Knave of Cups. Got an 11-11, and it was 11-11 when I started your reading, and you got an 11 right there. You got an 11-11-11. That's a big message for you, Life Path 22. And of course, 22 is 2 times 11. Ooh, and it was 23-23 when I just looked at the timer. I'm like, oh my God. So many synchronicities. That's one thing to say. It's like you are very synced up. You got a lot of synchronicities. Definitely. This was a person. They're just tying up to this angel right here. Then they tie up to this knight. And it's just like it keeps kind of running through here. I mean, this could be 2 different people, a Knave of Cups and a Knave of Wands. That's where there's this energy over here that's saying like, right, it's not just about passion. With the Wands energy, it does involve emotions, which is usually in the realm of love and friendship with the Knave of Cups. So this was a friend, this was someone that you were close to that also inspires you. Someone you were close to, someone that inspires you, someone, it could be children because they're knaves. So it could be children that inspire you. It could be one particular person who was a friend and a source of inspiration. It could be, again, just that it was a very clear message with that 11-11-11. That this is what you were supposed to do. Definitely, there's a moment where it was like, dude, you got your calling. You had your calling, you know what it is. You're building a bridge, and this kind of resembles a bridge a little bit. You're building a bridge for others to get past this bummer energy. And I think you're also building this bridge in order to teach people how to kind of like set things up the right way before they get to this phase too. You're in it, yes, thank you. It says you're in turn learning this lesson while also teaching people this lesson. It's like there are the fun times in life, but there's the serious things too. But you know what? The serious stuff can be really major if you don't make room, if you don't factor this in to your life path. Then it's going to be a serious issue later on, because you can't be serious for so long. You just can't. Honestly, life path number 22, I think you just need to lighten up in that really positive way and like really embrace your little mission and everything that you came here for. You're a strong energy, you're a heavy energy. You're not meant to cut corners. You're a bridge builder, you are a road builder. You have a lot of synchronicities, and you are here to teach people how to work with those synchronicities, spirit messages, how to bring that down into the real world, and how to set up their life foundations the right way before they get to this energy. Because what happens, a tower always comes down, and then you end up here on the bottom again. You're very much a teacher, life path number 22. Very much. And that's beautiful. I love that. Hope you enjoyed your message. It was like, that was done. So, hope you enjoyed your message. Please let me know. Like, share, comment, subscribe as you see fit. And I hope to see you guys on future batches of readings. Thank you very much. And, oh, you can't even hardly see this card because it's in the white. Have a great night.